start playing it. And I'll
Alright.
start mine too.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright.
Good luck.
Yeah. I guess this time joined with me is Vynneve.
Do you think I felt regret as I
The world record holder for like 2 hours.
Oops.
I got a 37 last night, and then Jaka got this run, like I assume like 4 hours later or something.
Yeah, well, I woke up and I was like, Vynneve did world record. I don't like that.
That's enough. Gonna destroy it with last fight skip because I know he can't do it anymore.
You'll do it. Easy. So have you seen the run besides the last fight skip?
No.
Okay. There are some funny things. But I don't know. It could be maybe better if they were not seen, but whatever.
One thing I can mention already, I started doing an optimization at the start here that I never used before. You know, like the ladder slides in Two Thrones and War Within. I started using those in this too. I never considered using it before because you can't just like hold left to slide off the ladder.
Okay.
But if you like mash left, he'll do it as well.
Oh, interesting.
It's faster, so I started doing that.
RIP.
So this world record is already unoptimized.
Oh my god. Why are you figuring this out now? Now I have 3 unoptimized world records.
I mean, we already knew about it. I just kind of never used it before.
Now you'll find the perfect setup for last fight skip. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, so you can do it on the first ladder and then that one too. Are you ever gonna do the first person glitches here to go faster?
Yep.
I tried going for that, but I gave up on it.
I didn't even try. I saw how complicated it was. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I hardly ever save time with it, so it just doesn't feel worth it.
Oh, very interesting first split.
Yeah, right now we're just waiting for zipping because this part's boring.
Especially if you do it like 10,000 times.
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted?
There's really no like cool skips in this besides dagger early too, which is at the very end. So
I'd rather repeat these 10,000 times than dagger or to the dagger part in T2T.
fish cutter skip?
No, just like overall, because it's like 10 minutes of torture.
Yeah, it's just much longer. That's one reason. Oh, you don't do the jump there. Interesting.
Because it's awkward to do it on controller. I mean, Toka does it, everyone else does it, but I'm just like,
I assumed it would be easier because you can just like move the control stick instead of the camera.
Yeah, the thing is, you can move the analog stick, but you have to press A soon after, so it's kinda not my thing.
First try.
Yeah, luckily. How many times I went past that area with second try.
Yeah, so that skip is just we're entering this area the way you're supposed to exit. So we can just enter and hit the trigger that says you have the dagger and then just leave. It just skips the cutscene of getting it.
Oof.
Oh, nice. I do that like all the time.
I don't
usually I don't.
For that. Yeah, well,
usually I don't hit the spike hole, but I fail that wall run all the time.
I don't even bother about a small mistake. As long as dagger early is like semi-decently quick, it's okay for me.
You want to explain zipping or should I?
Go ahead. I mean, we don't like. I mean, of course we can explain it. But, like we don't have to go into like very details, I guess.
Yeah, I
assume people already know.
Explanation of it because it's a commentary. Yeah, so we're going to like the rewind system has a certain amount of memory that it keeps track of when you rewind inputs. So if you do a bunch of them by spamming movement forward and backwards with the scroll wheel, it'll overload the memory and start accessing other memory locations that it's not supposed to access. And then for some reason it extends the inputs like that. And since you're rewinding, it ignores collision. So you can just go through walls and essentially go wherever you want to go. It's super fast. No roll zip.
I gave up on it.
Banned. Banned. Yeah, so there's a roll zip you can do across this to save a second.
I compared it against Toka's run, and I was like, yeah, it's basically equal for me, so it doesn't matter.
It's like if you do
it's
it
definitely faster
enough,
for you, because
it saves a second, yeah.
But it's not for me.
Yeah, because if you don't do it fast enough, it only saves a second, so...
I just kept restarting there. Oh, wait, is this the run that I think it was? Oh,
you did that, yeah.
Classic, I hate this zip here. Either I don't roll left, it will go forward, or I jump there. It's just dumb. Hate this zip.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. To make sure you press forward like slightly before trying to press the jump input. We're dying here to load triggers that we skipped. That's a pretty big theme throughout this entire run.
So you see there's like a little ledge on the floor and your prince kind of falls down. That's the time I press roll. Just nicely times it.
Yeah, that's basically what I do too. I just use a visual cue.
Yeah.
This is the first zip that uses slow rewind speed, which zips a lot further than fast. But it's also slower. Sometimes it's just necessary though.
I think you'll be surprised with next setup. In a way.
With that setup?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the usual setup.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
or do you mean
I do parry so that I do the like the different jump, not like the normal one, so that I get the higher round. But I do parry instead of just like smashing.
I used to do that, but I would often zip beyond the wall if I did that, so I stopped.
Oh, because you would zip parry as well, or?
No, even just the small like difference in your position can make you go too far too, depending on the aim. But yeah, I prefer to do the jump from neutral. And if you guys don't know the jump attacks, if you do a jump sword and you buffer it like that, then it zips you downwards. So this one is actually going down quite a bit because we're slow rewinding and then moving forward with the dagger.
Okay,
so you don't die from fall damage.
What's the deal with this roll here? Like the amount of times I actually missed the trigger, or I mean checkpoint, is insane.
You're either... It's probably just the aim if you're standing at the same spot. Assuming you didn't like animation cancel the roll or something.
I mean, I don't know, just a lot of difficulties with that one. Sadly, I won't have to do it for a bit.
Yeah, the trigger's pretty big, but if you do want to get a certain spot.
Also for me it's just nicer to climb that fence and then do the inputs this way. I know I want to get blocked by enemies.
Yeah.
I avoid RNG.
If you land directly on the sand cloud, and get it, it's like pretty much always easy to go right to the door. But if you don't land directly on it, then sometimes the enemies can get in your way, and it's really annoying.
Also,
Are you doing this zip?
yeah.
The F?
Well, I gave up on that one because it's just inconsistent for me. Like if I need to be that precise on one zip, I just won't do it. It's just waste. I don't.
It's really not that precise. Like I'm
Well,
assuming it's the jump. I'm assuming it's the jump dagger timing that you're messing up. But I haven't seen you try
Yeah.
it, so I'm not sure.
I don't even. Why would that matter that much? Because you just go up, don't you? Or
Yeah, but you need to go up a certain amount. If you go up too high, you'll miss the load.
okay.
And if you don't go up high enough, then you won't land on the
Okay, yeah,
on the
then
ground or floor.
it could be that, yeah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
just gave up. It's not like it's not big deal. There are, I
I think
think
it's like 8
2
seconds
or
slower or something.
oh, 8.
So I think it's like 8 seconds slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are, I think
Because
like
you have
2.
to like wait for the slow rewind, and then you
Yeah.
also have to wait to fall down
I
after
think
jumping up.
there are like 2 or 3 zips that I go the old-fashioned, but just because I'm more consistent this way.
Is that why you wanted me here, just to trigger me throughout the entire run with
Exactly.
these old unoptimal zips?
Vynneve does a tutorial for me, and I keep doing the old strats.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
If you don't do cave zip, I'm just leaving.
Well, we'll see if I did it. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with cave zip? I only throw like one run where I was like 30 seconds in front of previous world record. Like, nothing can go wrong there. Like, bats area. Aye aye.
Another checkpoint diff.
Yeah.
This one's also to get Farah inside, and then we do a roll zip. The zip is actually slower, but because we zip far ahead of Farah, it stops her from following us, which allows us to do a faster route through baths. So overall, it's still faster.
Yeah, just not having to worry about Farah is just, you always go for that. If you have 2 options, one is leave Farah behind and like ignore her, you take that one.
Yeah, we used to have to like attack her near the opening there, and then like hope she would follow you. It's really dumb. But this road is super comfy and faster, so it's a win-win.
Oh my god, not rolling there.
The zip here is basically the reason why it's faster, because instead of going down, doing this section casually, you can just zip across it. Normally you would game over if you did this with Farah.
I mean, you still had to like wait for Farah there, so that's like also like the reason why this is quicker.
Yeah, but that zip itself saves more time than waiting for Farah. This zip, I think we did one zip like this so far, but this one is using you switch rewind speeds as you go down with the down zip, so it causes like the down part to be slow rewinded, but then you're fast rewinding the part that goes back up, so you end up a lot further down. So you need to do that to get far down enough to not die from fall damage.
Yeah, that zip is pretty cool though, compared to the old one. Oh my god.
Yeah, like we try to route it so that we use as much fast rewind as possible because it's faster. So like
Also,
the old
just
zip for that was like a couple more down zips, but you can actually just do one if you switch rewind speeds.
also it's just nicer with inputs. Some zips are actually difficult in terms of inputs, or like difficult, more like annoying, because the moment you fail one input, you have to like redo everything, and it's just ton of time waste. Also, zip before, not standing near that box ever again. If I crash there,
if you
just crashing
if you
there.
wall run into that box with a horizontal wall run, the game crashes. So Jaka's scared of it.
Yep. Even when Vynneve told me about it, I just Horizon Warrant directly in the box. And I said no.
Doing the slow setup there, rip 3 seconds.
That didn't happen.
You see how much time save you have? Like easy world record, man.
I don't know how you do this zip without the setup. So I would just always miss the load trigger if I do that.
Well, you just assume you get it, and once you pass and if you hit the trigger, you're... It's fine, else you cry. That's how I do it.
Doesn't sound good.
Well, that's how I run this category, okay? Oh my god, damn. That's like one bad thing about doing zipping with controller, because like there are so many zips that you actually have to precisely aim, and with keyboard you're just quick, and with controller you're just... sometimes you just can't connect it.
Yeah, nice
Hard.
camera.
Yeah.
There's also a faster version of this zip, but it's
Where you zip
not
into the
recommended
area
at
where you
all. Yeah,
zipless
you can zip
segmented this
into
time.
that little out of bounds section, and then you pop out like after this climbing here. And since we don't need that sand cloud, can save a bit of time. Unless you're doing the new zip here, but you're not.
Just doing some weird side rolls and shit to hit like 2 triggers. Yeah, no thank.
That zip I found here is actually bullshit. It usually doesn't even hit the first load trigger.
I like those zips, usually. Oh, okay. Great for grinding game.
Yeah. This game, since this game has such a long rewind timer, and also the 2 rewind speeds, you can like come up with a lot of crazy zips, but it's like a good handful of them. They're just too crazy to use RTA. That's why I created a segmented run of this game, because I could show off even crazier zips.
Now let's see some godlike movement. Oh wait, never mind.
Pog.
But it took me
Alright,
like 3
I'm
seconds
happy.
to set up. But you're happy, right?
At least you did
That's
it.
good.
Happy.
Yeah. That's something. It counts for something. I tried. This is the second try I actually did it in a run. And that's the first time it was world record pace, the run died. Here it was again world record pace, and I said, why not?
I probably still saved like a second or 2. Yeah, that zip is going like super far down because you do 2 rewind switched down zips to get all the way down at the bottom.
And also that awkward zip there is the hardest zip in the game. The amount of times I actually ended up underneath the
I find it
area,
uncomfortable that you go like you zip like towards the wall to the right instead of like turning the other way.
I do it so
works.
that yeah, because I don't want to zip. Like there was something mentioned in tutorial by Toka, and I just keep that in mind. And, yeah.
Yeah, man. If you zip too far in any direction,
It's
gonna fail.
bad.
But I find it just awkward that you zip like towards the wall and then turn left. But it doesn't matter. There's another area where there's a faster zip to avoid having to reset the game like this, but it's bullshit. So nobody uses it.
The pauses I make between the inputs are quite long. I think I could do like slightly shorter, but for consistency's sake, I think this is way better.
Yeah, that looks about the same pause I would give it. I usually wait like at the end until he's completely done wait until he stands still after doing the dagger attack, and then I do the jump attack.
Oh, this was so long and painful. So here you can gain another 5 seconds. Oh dear god, this war record won't be for long.
Doesn't mean anything if I'm not doing last fight skip.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
I don't
And
think
then
I
I'll
will.
cry.
Man. Like, I already tried. Yeah. I started doing another set of inputs that got closer, but I haven't even gotten it to work once yet with it.
So second half of the run and hard zipping coming. Let's see. I mean, at least it's hard for me because you have to like time it nicely. Bit jump sword for the last input.
Is it gonna be first try?
What?
Oh.
First try? Insane. Who is this guy?
This zip, the zip after observatory and torture chamber, like the 3 zips that I'm always scared of. If they're gonna work first try or not.
I'm only afraid of torture chamber, but or not before prison actually, that one, because I'm always like tied on timer.
Oh, before that, yeah.
That one gives me trouble.
Super easy now.
Yeah, because you just scroll in one go. I just let go of my mouse for a bit. I mean, of scroll wheel to like reset my finger so you can do another scroll.
Yeah.
Also, what's up with this zip here? I was trying to do dagger, roll, and then jump, but you don't nearly come far enough if you do it in that order. It's weird.
Well, let me see what happens.
I mean, this one, of course, worked because it was the right order, but...
Wait, what do you mean? You were doing
if I do dagger, roll, jump, instead of dagger, jump, roll, just doesn't go far enough.
I think there's a load trigger at the start of the area.
Oh, there's...
So that might have been a problem.
No, I'm not even reaching the platform. That was the problem.
Okay, well, if the distance didn't go, then you're probably animation canceling the roll and or the dagger input.
Cool. I don't know. I think I
That's
waited,
the
but
only
I don't
thing
know.
that it could be. Yeah.
Okay, I just used setup for this zip, and that's why the zip became pretty easy. So I don't have to like first person and move camera, which makes, I mean, this zip pretty easy to me. I only need to make sure that my height is good enough. I mean, this zip is already hard, and then you're like controller user, and you have to first person, then go out of it and get to your mouse and do. Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Setup. I don't use the landscapes. I don't find that works for me.
Okay, guys, don't watch.
Nice. That's pretty classic. Oh, and then you get there. Nice. That's really lucky.
Yeah. I was dying here. I just. Oh my god. How did I survive that?
Yeah, that's super lucky.
And I didn't even waste that much time. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's even more lucky that it hit the load trigger. Because you missed it at first.
Yeah, actually, now that I think of.
After. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So the load trigger at the start of that area, and then also right here on this beam.
Oh yeah, this zip is hard for me.
Why are you spamming A, monk ass? You can just hold it.
Yeah, I know. Wait. You can hold it there.
Yeah, when you're jumping on, you can just hold A.
Oh, okay.
And he'll keep jumping.
Good to know.
Same with like climbing up anything.
Yeah, I know those, but I just thought that since there's no ledge, I can't hold it. But
Yeah, no,
okay, if it
he'll just
worked.
keep jumping. Yeah.
Ah, man. The old zip.
Gross.
But your zip is so hard, man. I just
This
want to
zip is
pray
so
with that
slow,
one.
man.
I mean, it could be worse. Like, I assume you say couple seconds, but have those
Yeah.
seconds.
I don't remember
I'm
the
glad you
timing for
gave it
that
to.
one, but
Luckily, the second half is fast rewind. But even doing the inputs alone is like long.
yeah.
It was the first time I had seen such devices at close range. Close enough
Also
to
here I'm not
touch.
doing one jump, because if I go for one jump zip, it just it does not work for me. I gave up.
Yeah, you need to time the rewind switch.
Yeah. This one just feels more comfortable.
Yeah, it's definitely easier because you can just hold the fast rewind the whole time.
Also here I do nice movement so that enemies don't get in my way, ever.
Yeah, that works too.
Guess it's not something that keyboard mouse players would do.
I mean, I
You
could
actually,
do that, but
yeah, I mean you
I
could,
I
because
don't want to worry about doing a first-person glitch. I'd rather just climb up and go over there.
well, I've done zipless a bit before, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I mean, I'm saying that since you're keyboard mouse player, you would have to go for like controller, like reach for controller, which is like
Yeah, and it's
whatever.
smart. I just don't want to have to do one if I don't need to do one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for me, yeah.
Also, I
That was
took
weird. Did you do 3 jumps, but then like the first one was a block jump?
yeah,
Surprised you didn't die.
no, because I release early enough.
Yeah, but if you're doing a block jump, it's a much less time to release the rewind without dying.
I never really had. I just
Risky. Yeah.
I think you always release like super late, but what I do, I always release super early. That's
Well,
why
yeah,
it
if you're
works
doing a
for me.
block jump, you can release earlier because you're zipping up faster.
Okay. I
But
try to
since
do
you're
it with.
zipping up faster, if
Yeah.
you have a smaller frame window to release rewind.
I mean, I tried to do it with the new method, but I didn't know when to like stop the rewind to always just like land on top. I would always like either stick on
I
the
zoom in
floor
the
or...
camera. I zoom in the camera to see when the second one is done, and then you release.
Why didn't you trust me?
Like you just need the full 2 jumps to be zipped.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Hold my hand. Don't let go.
Beautiful cutscene.
Yeah. So what, was that like a third or like fourth zip that I don't do the modern way? Or
I didn't mean what I said.
I
way?
wasn't counting.
No, you're right.
Does not matter, but
All the
yeah, there are a
time
couple zips that I didn't do that save a couple seconds.
Yeah, most of it's just small stuff.
I mean, small stuff matters in this category, but
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather go with what works for me and it's consistent so I can get runs going than like die. Like maybe I would
Yeah,
change it
totally
eventually
fine.
to harder zips, but whatever.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
totally fine.
Nothing.
You're trembling.
I just don't.
I mean, Vynneve will do it and then do the last fight skip as well, and then I'll be forced to do every hard zip anyway.
When I was small, my mother taught
If
me
I can figure out a different setup for it, might be able to go for it. But so far, no luck.
And a magic door would open.
It skipped the cutscene. Sorry.
I told that to anybody.
I can see why. It's the most childish thing I've ever heard of.
It sucks that you can't skip
What's
this.
the word?
It's one of those like weird areas that just
Apolukia.
isn't loaded unless you actually trigger the cutscene.
You did.
Weird.
Didn't you?
It's the same with like the area at the start of the game, like when you go from getting the dagger to teleporting to that fight, like that area is not loaded either. You can't zip to it.
Here is where I knew that I was like 25 seconds or something ahead of you. Because I just watched your world record run like earlier in the morning.
Yeah.
So I remember the time. And since Robbie was here and he said that I need to beat the world record run in the same day, I was thinking of maybe just going for the normal way to like maybe have chance, because I didn't know that, you know, I would hit the hardest zip in the run, or the most kinda random zip.
Yeah, just inconsistent.
Yep.
Slow zip here too.
Well, you mentioned in your tutorial that if you struggle with that one, that you can use this one.
Yeah,
for
for
something.
sure, but it's still a bit slower. The other one is scary because if you hit the load trigger, you usually crash. So it's no fun. But as long
Also,
as you get the good aim, then it should be fine.
also the reason I didn't like cancel the slow animation then when retrieving enemies to not destroy my reset camera, because
Yeah,
sometimes it just stops working and I need that. Like without that, it's just GG. And
you can use like first-person camera to reset it too, so you don't technically need it, but it's way better with it, obviously.
you kind of have to be used to doing the first person to like to use it instead of reset camera. Because if you're
And all
not
you're
used to
doing
it,
is just going into first person and then starting inputs out of it.
oh, you just do it like that. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
like
you
just go into first person and
Okay.
it resets it forward.
Okay, that sounds easier.
Yeah.
I was trying to like double tap, but that requires a bit
If
of
you're not-
like
yeah,
muscle memory. But anyway, I knew why that was not
I
working.
do that
So
at the start of the game sometimes because I sometimes accidentally break the reset camera on the two enemies that you kill.
also for here on, I think my steps became horrible. Like the way I do inputs, like it just wasn't as smooth as before because it's a bit
Yeah,
shaky.
probably just nerves.
Yeah.
But as long as you get these zips.
Indeed it was, Smed. Slow aiming.
That one was fast aim.
Yeah. So here's where I pray for the first time, is to get even a chance.
Yeah, this isn't even last fight skip, but this zip is
Yeah.
pretty difficult on its own.
Now, the best area to train your aim. Trying to hit the perfect spot.
Yeah. Like pretty much the only trouble in like trying this zip is just getting the aim.
And it's equally hard on mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, I'm just doing it for almost memes, because one does not just expect he will get it. It's like, yeah, sometimes you get it. And I was not prepared for this. So when I got it, I was slightly shocked and hell of a nervous with last fight zip.
Yeah. The best consistency I've gotten with it is like 1 in 4. Before my computer wasn't stupid. GG. Didn't
Done.
skip your splits to end the run.
Nah. Well, I actually
Nice.
did press to go to the next one, like right now, but I forgot that that's not even the right or the last split. That time
Oh,
we're
you
still
pressed it
going.
once. Right. Yeah. GG.
Oh my god. Didn't know. Like, the last zip was actually nervous. I didn't even know how to do steps anymore. It was just,
Uh-huh.
when you're nervous and you start thinking of steps, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. Sometimes you can, if you understep them, or
Yeah,
then just mess up the whole zip.
I was just praying here. Because the worst case scenario would be if I failed zip and didn't even get chance to do it or redo it, because sometimes it can just break the area. I think it's like you respawn back at Vizier, but Vizier is not there or something. Those lines.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like if I fail that, I usually just like reload the save again, or
Yeah.
or if I can rewind back and
Yeah.
just zip out to the balcony without jumping. Yeah.
Exactly, but you can't. You don't have save in this scenario, because if you go for last fight skip, it's
Yeah.
that. Oh.
But I think even if Vizier wasn't there, it should be fine because you can zip anyway. But I don't really remember exactly what happens.
Yeah, neither do I. Luckily, I didn't have to try it. Oh, that's pretty short commentary. I guess short run.
Yeah, 34 minutes. Pretty short.
Yeah, 34 minutes and 33 seconds. And you have low 35 without last fight skip.
My
Oh.
PB or some of best?
No, I mean like some of best,
Yeah, it was a 35 something.
which is
Low 35, yeah.
great. I'm not even 35s yet. Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna peace out. Get
Yeah.
some food. I might actually do runs today myself.
Right.
With
Good
probably
luck, man.
still without last fight skip, but we'll see.
Thanks for the commentary. Really appreciate
problem.
it. And
See ya.
good luck with last fight skips. See ya.
Thanks.
Alright. I guess that's done. Alright, I'll wait for the credits to end. We have, yeah, 1 more minute. And no, we are not watching that clip. Also, for those that are not familiar with SOT, or yeah, SOT in general, the best feeling is when you come to the end with nice run and you just hear this music. Best thing ever. I wish other games had similar, like a really good credit song. Sadly, that's not the case with lots of games. And with this, or with credits ending, the commentaries ending as well.